Throughout human history, some legends have stood the test of time. Enigmatic tales of treasures that promise power, wealth, and immortality. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the secrets of three such legends: the Holy Grail, the cursed gold of the Nibelungs, and the lost tomb of Attila the Hun. Are these merely stories from our collective imagination? Or do they hold clues to real historical events, people, and artifacts? Ancient mysteries continue to captivate our imaginations. These tales of lost treasures, mythical heroes, and powerful artifacts transport us to distant realms. The Holy Grail is more than a simple cup. It's a symbol of divine power, redemption, and eternal life. According to Christian tradition, it was the chalice used by Jesus Christ during the Last Supper and later caught his blood at the crucifixion. But how did a simple vessel become one of the most enduring symbols of Western culture? Legends offer glimpses into the beliefs and values of past cultures. The earliest mention of the Grail appears in the 12th century in the writings of Chrétien de Troyes. In his poem Percival, Le Conte du Graal, the Grail is depicted as a mysterious, glowing vessel guarded by a fisher king, a wounded monarch whose land has fallen into desolation. Chrétien's tale introduced the concept of a Grail quest, inspiring countless retellings across Europe. Later writers like Robert de Boron and Wolfram von Eschenbach added layers to the myth. Robert associated the Grail with Christ's Passion, claiming it was brought to Britain by Joseph of Arimathea, while Wolfram described it as a mystical stone with divine powers. They remind us of the enduring power of storytelling and our innate desire to unravel the unknown. In this essay, we will delve into three captivating legends: the Holy Grail, the Nibelungs, and Attila the Hun's tomb. The Holy Grail is one of the most enduring relics in Western literature. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Grail legend is its connection to the Knights Templar, the medieval military order sworn to protect Christian relics. Some theorists believe the Templars discovered the Grail in Jerusalem during the Crusades and secretly safeguarded it. Others suggest that their persecution in the 14th century by King Philip IV was an attempt to seize their secrets, including the Grail. It is said to be the cup used by Jesus at the Last Supper. There's little historical evidence linking the Templars to the Grail, but their mysterious disappearance from history left a vacuum for legends to grow. From Montserrat Abbey in Spain to Glastonbury in England, treasure hunters and conspiracy theorists have spent centuries chasing the Grail. Some believe it resides at Rennes-le-Château, a French village steeped in mystery, while others point to Oak Island in Nova Scotia. Despite numerous claims, the true Grail, if it ever existed, remains elusive. The Grail is also believed to have been used to collect his blood after the crucifixion. The legend of the Nibelungs is one of love, betrayal, and tragedy. This epic saga, immortalized in the Nibelungenlied, tells the tale of Siegfried, a heroic dragon slayer, and a cursed treasure that brings doom to all who possess it. In the tale, Siegfried defeats a dragon and bathes in its blood, making him nearly invincible. He wins the love of Brunhild, a Valkyrie, but their romance ends in betrayal. Siegfried is eventually murdered, and the cursed treasure, known as Rhine gold, becomes the source of endless conflict. Over centuries, the Grail has come to symbolize purity, spiritual enlightenment, and the quest for the divine. Richard Wagner's operatic cycle Der Ring des Nibelungen brought this tale to life, blending Germanic myths with themes of greed and power. Its origins are shrouded in mystery, with connections to Celtic mythology and early Christian traditions. The Nibelungenlied is not just a myth, it has historical roots. The Burgundians, a Germanic tribe, were destroyed by the Huns in the early 5th century. Their story of betrayal and vengeance may have inspired the Nibelung saga. The Nibelungs likely represent the Burgundians, while the cursed treasure could symbolize real gold plundered during their downfall. Legends say the treasure was thrown back into the Rhine, where it remains hidden to this day. Could the Rhine gold be real? While no definitive evidence has been found, divers continue to search the river's depths. The Nibelungenlied, a German epic poem, tells the tale of the Nibelungs. Attila the Hun, the scourge of God, was one of history's most feared conquerors. At the height of his power, his empire stretched from Central Asia to the gates of Rome. But after his mysterious death in 453 AD, Attila's burial became the stuff of legend. These legendary figures possessed a hoard of gold, a source of both power and destruction. According to the Roman historian Priscus, Attila died on his wedding night, possibly from a burst blood vessel or poisoning. His warriors mourned him with elaborate rites, burying him in a triple coffin of iron, silver, and gold. Attila's tomb was reportedly buried beneath a river whose waters were temporarily diverted. After the burial, the river was restored and the workers were killed to protect its location. The poem is a tragic story of love, betrayal, and revenge. It features iconic figures like Siegfried the Dragon Slayer and the warrior Queen Brunhild. The Nibelungenlied reflects the values of medieval Germanic society. It emphasizes themes of loyalty, honor, and the consequences of greed. Attila the Hun was a fearsome warrior who instilled terror across Europe in the 5th century. The most likely locations for Attila's tomb are in Hungary, near the rivers Danube and Tisza. However, no physical evidence has ever been found despite modern archaeological efforts. Could Attila's treasure-laden tomb still lie beneath the waters, untouched by time? Or is the story of his burial a symbolic tale meant to glorify his reign? Known as the Scourge of God, he led a nomadic empire that stretched from Central Asia to modern-day France. Despite his historical significance, the Holy Grail, the Nibelung treasure, and Attila's tomb, three legends spanning centuries yet sharing common threads. All are tied to rivers, the lifeblood of civilizations and symbols of mystery. All speak of immense power, whether spiritual, material, or political. And all remain undiscovered, fueling humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown. Attila's final resting place remains a mystery. These stories endure because they tap into universal human desires, immortality, wealth, and the hope of uncovering the secrets of the past. But perhaps their greatest power lies not in the treasures themselves, but in the endless quest for them. The mysteries of the Holy Grail, the Nibelungs, and Attila's tomb remind us that history is a tapestry of truth and legend. As long as these stories continue to inspire curiosity and wonder, their legacy will endure. Legend has it that he was buried in a triple coffin of gold, silver, and iron, and that a river was diverted over his tomb to protect it. This is another interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe for more documentary videos.